Have you ever wondered why the gap between the rich and the poor seems to be growing rather than shrinking? This question, often at the center of economic debates, draws our attention to an issue that has been with us for centuries: income inequality. Let's dive into the world of Jane. Jane is a single mother of two, living in a small apartment in a bustling city. She works two jobs, one at a local supermarket, and another as a part-time cleaner at a nearby school. Despite her tireless efforts, Jane struggles to make ends meet, barely scraping together enough to pay the rent and put food on the table. The cost of living continues to rise, but her paycheck remains the same, a stark reality for many in Jane's situation. Now consider John, a top executive at a multinational corporation. He lives in a spacious penthouse, drives a luxury car, and has a personal chef. John's income is hundreds of times more than Jane's. He earns more in a day than Jane does in a year. This disparity is not a result of John working harder or being smarter than Jane, but rather, it's a product of systemic income inequality. Let's move across the globe to a small village in Africa, where we meet Amina. Amina is a farmer who tirelessly toils in her small plot of land to feed her family. Despite her hard work, Amina earns less than $1 a day. The price of basic commodities is high, and her income is not sufficient to meet her family's basic needs. Then there's Raj, a software engineer in a thriving technology company in India. Raj's income is leaps and bounds higher than Amina's. He lives in a comfortable apartment, drives a nice car, and enjoys exotic holidays. Yet again, the chasm between Amina's and Raj's incomes is a vivid illustration of income inequality. So, what is the common thread in these stories? It's the stark disparity in income. Whether it's Jane and John in the same city, or Amina and Raj thousands of miles apart, income inequality is a pressing issue that affects millions of people worldwide. Income inequality is not just about money. It's about access to resources, opportunities, and a decent standard of living. It's about the widening gap between the haves and the have-nots, and its ripple effects on society. It's about the struggle of the many who work tirelessly but barely get by, and the few who reap the lion's share of income. In conclusion, income inequality is a complex issue that requires thoughtful and comprehensive solutions. It's not merely about redistributing wealth, but about creating systems that provide everyone with a fair shot at prosperity. As we move forward, we must strive to understand and address the root causes of income inequality, shaping a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.